You know, one of the things that I've done the last couple of years is I've started to use a lot of braid on my topwater bait rods. And the reason that I do that is obviously with braid you got a lot smaller diameter line and you can actually make super long casts. And you know, the worst thing in the world is to make one of those super long casts and have a fish immediately blow up on it and have mono, and you got all that stretch when you're trying to set the hook. Okay, and a lot of times you'll lose those fish that bite at the end of a very long cast. But with braided line on your topwater baits, that solves that problem. One of the things about braided line, everybody's braided line is super limp, and what happens is if you're running straight braid all the way down to the bait, a lot of times especially with a walking bait, that front hook will get hooked in the line because it's so limp. When you walk side to side, that front hook will swing forward and get hooked. What I've been doing is I've been taking about 3 to 4 foot of mono, which this is Sunline Defier mono, and I'm throwing this, I'm using some 30-pound Sunline braid, and I'm tying an FG knot to join the mono to the braid, okay? If you don't know how to tie an FG knot, easiest way to learn is just Google FG knot, okay? And one of the best videos that I've ever found is done by one of the Sunline guys, JP DeRose, okay? If you just Google JP DeRose, D-E-R-O-S-E, FG knot, he's got a very good video, and that's the way I learned to tie that knot. And I can do it pretty quick, but it makes a really small knot. It goes through the line, through the guides on the rod extremely well, and I mean, it's a super strong knot as well. And I'm using 30-pound braid, tying it to the 15-pound mono, and with the mono, it's a little bit stiffer than the braid, and when you're walking that bait, it won't get hooked up in the front hook of your bait, and you still get, you know, the braid, the super long cast, instant hook sets at the end of the super long cast. I mean, it's just a great combination to use with your topwater baits.